What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, back with an awesome video for you guys. The FN FNS9C, a subcompact from FN. 12+1 in this setup, but there's also a 17-round mag that you can use. Now, what's interesting about this handgun is, this is the price I paid for it. FNS-9C, used, $324 out the door. Unreal for an FN. Yes, it's discontinued, but look at this. Very minimal wear, no scratches on the slide. A beast. Now, why do we do these videos? I'm always going to say it at the beginning of every video. I do these videos not to show off handguns. I do it so you guys can get a good idea of the size between this handgun and any other handgun, right? You might own the Mod 2, but you're like, I'm looking for another subcompact. I want to see how they compare, right? So that's why we do these videos. You find out about capacity, width, lengths, and it's actually making for very interesting videos that people tend to like. But before we get started, hit the like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe. Let's get into it. First one we'll compare it to, because I love this FN as well. I'm a huge FN fan. I only have 3, but they have never done me wrong. And I've ran them through some crap. Let's just say that. Anyways, look at that. FN Reflex on the right. FNS-9C on the left, 12+1 on the left, 11+1 on the right. So you can see why the Micro 9s are beating it, right? They have more capacity in a smaller setup. But what they don't have is the shootability of a subcompact. Subcompacts are just smaller full sizes than compacts. You're not changing the width. You're not. You're literally just making a short, stubby handgun that's still thick and controls recoil really well. And that's why a lot of people still love their subcompacts, because they shoot just as well as all the full sizes and compacts and duty guns. And they shoot much better than all the Micro 9s and smaller ones. So they're literally that perfect ground for a concealable package with shootability, right? Stoeger STR9 subcompact, that's 10+1 on the right versus 12+1 on the left. Width, pretty similar. Hellcat Pro, 15+1 and 9mm versus 12+1 on the left. So you can see where you'd make up for those extra 3 rounds in the FN. Glock 45, this is my new home defense setup. Absolutely love it. Simple, night sight, front sight, TLR 7A. Love this thing. 17+1 of Underwood Extreme Defenders. Yeah, we got it. Alright, 17+1 on the right versus 12+1 on the left. See, now if I shot these two back to back, or my Glock 26 back to back, I would shoot my 26 better than my compacts and full sizes. I shoot those the most because I carry them the most. Therefore, honestly, with the recoil and everything, they're basically the same. Glock 27, 9+1 of 40 on the right versus 12+1 and 9 on the left. Canik Meta MC9, 15+1 on the right versus 12+1 on the left. So very comparable with the flush mags. Obviously, width and overall footprint is a little different. Springfield Armory XD Subcompact Mod 2. I just want to say one more thing. You notice I got this, I got this, I got a Glock 26, and this. They're all subcompacts, and I bought them all out of the used case. The most expensive one I paid for was $325 before tax. People don't like subcompacts anymore. They're crapped on by the micro market. Everyone thinks you need to go out and get an X macro. Therefore, you find gems like this that are barely used. Look at these. Clean as can be for cheap. Okay, 13+1 on the right, 12+1 on the left. Very comparable. Very comparable handguns. 2 great handguns. Now we'll do the XD Mod 2 45. So this is a 9+1 of 45. Grip Zone. 12+1 on the left, 9+1 on the right. So it's like, what do you want? Power, capacity? You know, there's always that debate. XD Mod 1, 13+1 as well. Wow. Pretty comparable in size, right? The FN is just a little bit thinner. The Ruger SR9C 10+1, a gem. If you can ever find one of these, if you get one that runs, they are a gem. 10+1 on the right, 12+1 on the left. Beats the Ruger. Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 subcompact. Notice all the subcompacts on this table. Every one of them reliable. Every one of them not a single issue. Every one of them affordable, especially when used. Love these handguns. 12+1 on the right versus 12+1 on the left. Basically the same. Very comparable. Basically the same footprint. Just the Smith is a little bit wider. We'll do its brother, the M&P 40C. That's 10+1 of 40 versus 12+1 and 9 on the left. See, the Smiths are a little bit wider, but not by much. All of them have a very similar footprint, but what you'll notice is handguns print a little different. They carry different. It's all about their shape, the angle of the grip, that whole sort of thing. Glock 43X, 10+1 with OEM mags. I don't care what anyone says. OEM mags is what you should carry. We're not talking Shield Arms and PSA dagger mags. 10+1 on the right, 12+1 on the left. The FN beats it. And just feel the weight on these. Yes, that 43X is going to be a little bit easier to carry with weight, but this is shorter and will print less, and it's much more shootable. I love my 43X though. Can't even talk down on the 43X. CSX, that's going to be 12+1 in a very small setup. It's going to beat this FN. Yep. 12+1 on the left, 12+1 on the right. Wow, look at slide to slide. That's wild. Slide to slide's crazy. All right, we got to do one weird comparison, so let's see what we can find. A Walther PPSM2, 6+1 or 7+1, because we are using mag guts. Dang. Extra 5 rounds on the left with just a stock mag. But obviously it's much thinner, much lighter, and a very clean shooting handgun. Springfield Army Hellcat, 11+1 in the flush mag versus 12+1 on the left. Now obviously this is going to be much, much easier to carry, the Hellcat, right? But when it comes down to battling, defending yourself, shootability, that FN's going to destroy it. Not even close. Weight plays a big role. Glock 26, my go-to subcompact. Everyone talks crap about this optic on there. It's a beast of an optic. Why do you care if you're not carrying it? Doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Very similar in width. The FN's a little bit longer. Has a little bit longer barrel, which is always nice. 13+1 on the right, 12+1 on the left, so it definitely beats the FN, but very similar, just more ergonomic for the FN. And that's one thing I did realize. I love my 26s and will always carry a 26, but this is going to my carry rotation once we confirm that it's reliable, because man, does it feel so much better in the hand. HK P2000 SK and 40, this is the V3, so it has a decocker. 9+1 on the right versus 12+1 on the left, but the right is 40. Very smooth shooting handgun. If you want a 40 that recoils like a 9, get the HK. Obviously it loses in capacity and it's not even close, but a heck of a gun. And it'll last you the rest of your life with no problems, I can guarantee it. Even if you're putting through, 1 to 2K rounds every month. Shield Plus, we'll go on the right, 10+1 versus 12+1 on the left, the FN. Pretty comparable. Obviously, the Shield Plus is much thinner. That's why I had to add that whole grip. I need a wider grip anyways, just because my hands. I wear size large gloves for reference, but I just like having more to hang on to when I'm shooting. It just makes it easier. 10+1 to 380 on the right and the Glock 28. Obviously, it's 380, so it's going to be a smooth shooter, but look at that. 12+1 on the left, 10+1 on the right. Very cool. Now let's see. Mossberg MC2SC, 11+1 with that flush mag versus 12+1 on the left. Pretty comparable in capacity, but of course that FN's going to be thicker, a better shooter, a little bit longer, a little bit bigger overall footprint. Alright, let's go CZ P10S. Very comparable because this is about $350. I picked this up used for $324. 12+1 for both of them. Let's check them out. The trigger is much better on the CZ though. Not much better, I should say, but better. Very comparable. Literally the same size footprint. Yep, in almost every dimension. Love both of these handguns. P365 with the Armory Craft Grip Module. You can use code SPN for 5% off these Armory Craft Grip Modules. They're the only grip module I actually like that uses the actual SIG grip module. Anyways, 10+1 on the right versus 12+1 on the left. Man, the P365 is small. Next up, what do we have here? Probably my Glock 29. So that's going to be 11+1 of 10mm versus 12+1 of 9. Dang. Obviously, it's much wider, though. And look at that. Awesome, awesome comparison. Next up, my XDM Elite 3.8-inch barrel. One of my most reliable handguns. One of my best shooting handguns. I recommend everyone get an XDM Elite. 13+1 on the right versus 12+1 on the left. Yep. And last but not least, the Stoeger STR9 Micro Compact. 11+1 on the right versus 12 plus 1 on the left. Dang, these micro compacts are small. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I just picked this up. We're going to put 200 to 500 rounds through it this weekend. If it's reliable, this is going into my carry rotation. This is just a testament that if you keep an eye out for used guns, don't jump at hype, don't jump at the newest release, and really watch the market, you can find an unbelievable deal, an unbelievable handgun that'll last you the rest of your life. And it'll be reliable and something you can carry for an affordable price. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.